At $10,000 per kilogram, saffron is the world's costliest spice, more valuable than gold by weight. Crocus sativus flowers bloom for only 1 to 2 weeks per year, forcing 24-hour harvesting operations globally. Each flower yields exactly 3 stigmas, the chemical source of saffronal, picrocrocin, and crocin compounds. Kashmir's Pampore region, the world's second-largest saffron producer, yields only 3 to 4 kilos per hectare annually. A single kilogram of finished saffron requires 150,000 to 200,000 hand-harvested flowers. No mechanized alternative exists. Post-harvest, intact flowers must reach processing facilities within 12 hours to prevent crocin oxidation and color loss. Incoming flowers are held at 8 degrees and 65% relative humidity to halt enzymatic browning before stigma separation begins. Depistillation requires removing the 3 stigmas without damaging the style, a tactile skill taking months to master. Crocin, the primary apocarotenoid in saffron, absorbs light at 400 radier-meter. Its concentration directly determines ISO 3632 grading. Batch traceability starts at this station. GPS coordinates, harvest date, and moisture reading logged per $100 lot. Primary cultivation zones: Iran 90%, Kashmir 5%, Spain 3%. Each produce chemically distinct saffron profiles due to soil cation exchange. Optimal stigma spacing on conveyor, minimum 3 mm separation, ensures uniform drying airflow at the critical pre-drying stage. Drying reduces stigma mass by 75–80%, concentrating saffronal volatile compounds from 0.8% to over 3.5% by weight. Grade 1 saffron threads measure 25–30 millimeters in length with a minimum 190 coloring strength, ISO 3632 ASTE units. This single facility processes 8,000 kilos of finished grade 1 saffron annually, 5% of global premium grade supply. Central SCADA systems monitor 64 environmental parameters simultaneously, with automated interlocks halting lines if plus 2% variance is detected. ISO 3632 classifies saffron into 4 grades by crocin color: 190 units grade 1, saffronal aroma 2050.
As you can see, saffron originated in Persia around 3000 BCE. We've tracked its journey along the
cultivated commercial spice. Forced air drying at 65 degrees Celsius for 90 minutes reduces free moisture from 80% to below 10% without thermal degradation of crocin. Airflow velocity is calibrated to 0.8 ms, sufficient to remove surface moisture without physically displacing lightweight 3 mg stigmas. Provides near infrared moisture analysis at 14, far exceeding traditional gravimetric methods. During drying, moisture loss triggers Maillard adjacent reactions that deepen stigma color from FFQ 400, Scarlet 2, 722 F37, Burgundy hue, Jol. Crocin's digentiobiacyl ester structure makes it water-soluble, a chemically rare property among carotenoid pigments that enables culinary dispersal. Our spectrophotometric analysis at 440 nm measures crocin concentration directly, defining commercial grade per ISO 3632 2010 Protocol d'Honneur saffronal. The primary aroma compound at C10H14O is formed from picrocrocin. Hydrolysis, its concentration, peaks at 45 degrees C drying temperature, on vibration frequency set at 50 Hz, removes broken threads under 15 mm, as partial strands contain lower saffronal concentration per unit mass. Air classification at precisely 2.8 ms. Upward velocity exploits saffron's higher terminal velocity versus lightweight petal fragments and dust. E at 240 fps, individual 25–30 mm. Grade 1. Stigmas are visually verified for intact trumpet-shaped tips. Mechanical inspections critical checkpoint. Multispectral cameras operating at 500 frames second distinguish adulteration attempts. Safflower threads fail the 400 mm crocin absorption test. Or adulteration with Carthamus tinctorius, safflower, is the industry's most common fraud. UV fluorescence reveals the absence of crocin immediately. Our HPLC analysis resolves saffron's 150 plus volatile compounds in 28 minutes, providing a complete molecular fingerprint for geographic origin verification. Nitrogen flushing displaces oxygen to below 1%, preventing crocin oxidation that would degrade color strength by 15%. Within 30 days at ambient O2.8, post-drying reconditioning to 10–12% moisture. Content prevents electrostatic charging that causes thread clumping during automated packaging. Fluorine ferrosensitivity threshold set at 0.8 µm, sphere equivalent, ISO 11135. Calibrated to pharmaceutical-grade food safety standards for luxury tier product. NAR precision weighing 2 plus 0.05 g. Accuracy uses loss in weight feeders with 200 Hz. Sampling, critical for 10,000 co. Product where 1 g variance equals 10 error down. Water activity AW must remain below 0.60 to prevent microbial proliferation. Saffron's target AW of 0.53 provides A 12% safety margin. When I rotary blending at 8 RPM for 15 minutes homogenizes batches from multiple field lots, achieving plus 3% crocin variance across the final bulk blend. NSM imaging at 500x reveals the stigma's papillate receptor cells. Their surface area density correlates directly to crocin bioavailability in solution. Full crocin dissolution at 80 degrees C takes 12-15 minutes. The characteristic bloom pattern from intact stigma tip is a visual marker of premium grade. Each vial represents a distinct geographic lot. Spectral analysis confirms Iranian Kuchan saffron averages 230 plus ASTA units versus Spanish La Mancha at 180-190. Automated packaging achieves 200 units per hour, 10x the throughput of manual filling while maintaining plus 5G dosing accuracy. Each ceramic dosing finger measures volume via Hall effect displacement sensor, sampling 500 times second to compensate for thread density variation. Stopper seating force is controlled to 12 Nm using torque-limited servo motors, preventing glass stress fractures that cause microcontamination. Or induction sealing at 200 degrees C bonds aluminum foil to HDPE liner in under 1 second, achieving airtight tamper evidence with helium leak test verification. 1064 on man YAG laser etches, 0.2 on depth traceability codes at 800 mm. Permanent marks withstand industrial solvents, unlike inkjet alternatives. Label placement tolerance of plus 0.3 m is achieved via servo-driven tamp applicator with 5-axis CNC correction per cycle. 6-axis vision inspection checks 22 parameters simultaneously at 0.005 mm resolution: fill level, seal integrity, label registration, and glass defects. 6-axis SCARA robot achieves 0.0 mm repeatability, placing fragile 15 ml glass vials at 80 cycles minute without contact stress damage. Hot melt adhesive applied at 160 degrees bonds the box structure. Cold set time of 4 seconds calibrated to maintain crisp 90 degree corner geometry. Hot stamping transfers 0.006 mm gold polyester foil at 120 degrees under 80 bar pressure, bonding to textured paper substrate in 0.3 seconds. Carton erector uses twin suction heads and 4 independent fold plows, each moving within 15 mm tolerance to produce structurally consistent cases at 20 min. Palletizing robot achieves 600 cases hour at 35 kilos payload capacity. Layer interleaving spacers add 8% compressive stability to the 200 mm tall export pallet stack. Pre-stretched LLDPE film at 250% elongation ratio reduces material use by 40% while applying 15 kilos containment force. Optimal for fragile glass contents. GS1-128 labels encode SSCC18 serial shipping container codes linking each pallet to its 64 parameter SCADA batch record for full cold chain traceability. In-tunnel nitrogen purge reduces headspace oxygen to below 0.5%, extending premium saffron shelf life from 24 months to 36 months at 18 degrees. X-ray system operating at 80 kV detects glass fragments above 0.05 mm and calcite particles, achieving pharmaceutical-grade foreign body detection in food product. Class ISO 7 clean room maintained at plus 15 PA positive pressure and 20.
The crocin levels are below specification on this lot. We have to reject it.
Understood. I'll secure the sample now.
Line scan cameras at 72,000 pixels line resolution detect thread defects below 0.1 mm. Machine learning classifier trained on 2 million annotated saffron images. ERP integration tracks every lot through 47 production steps, providing end-to-end chain of custody from farm GPS coordinate to consumer-facing QR scan. Pneumatic divert gates respond within 80 meters of vision system signal, ensuring rejected units never re-enter the accepted product stream under any fault condition. Ultrasonic welding at 20 kHz and 500 W converts acoustic energy to 0.50 mm deep fusion bond, eliminating adhesive compounds from the hermetic seal.
We've documented the temperature trends here, highlighting the Q3 adjustments.
And the corrective actions for the refrigeration unit are complete.
Ribbon loop geometry is controlled to plus 2 mm by CNC servo tensioners. Luxury market brand standards require symmetrical 55.
As you can see in the corrective action log, this was addressed immediately. Yeah.
And the temperature records confirm that the deviation was stable.
Very good.
Verify authenticity via smartphone scan at point of sale. At peak operation, this 80-meter fully automated line delivers 18,000 finished premium saffron units per 8-hour shift. Zero human contact with product. Daily incoming QC protocol involves 14 physical, chemical, and microbiological tests. Any single failure triggers full lot rejection and supplier notification. Total viable count testing per ISO 4833 requires 104 CFUG for premium saffron, Salmonella and E. coli must be absent in 25G analytical portion. ICP-MS screens for 21 heavy metals including lead, cadmium, and arsenic. EU Regulation EC 1881-2006 sets maximum limits at 0.1 mg lead in spices.
Yes, confirmed. The HS code for the consignment is 0910.20. We'll proceed with the phytosanitary certificate.
01 Marpound Marie Cum default limit. Accelerated shelf life testing at 40 degree or 75% RH follows ICH Q1A guidance, predicting 36-month ambient stability from 6-month accelerated results.
The highlights are still clipping on the histogram.
Okay, adjusting the reflector. Better now.
Yes, that's perfect.
Glass breakage and export configuration. ATP bioluminescence swab testing verifies surface cleanliness below 10 RLU.
As you can see here, our carbon intensity reduction is largely due to the shift to renewable genders. This sector here is showing significant stress according to the latest overlay.
The 5-day forecast confirms the drought impact.
Conditioning demands BRCAA grade equivalency. Trained sensory panels score Saffron on 9-point hedonic scales for saffronol intensity, crocin hue depth, and picrocrocin bitterness. Human senses validate instrument data.